So I want to say, excuse me for being naive when I talk about this particular conversation. Also, if you're like seeing things it's just like appear on my screen, I was playing Apex, and you're probably seeing a lifeline. Um, and after I've done this, I'll probably go back. Um, Martin Luther King, Martin Luther King Day just passed, so and it got me thinking about Jonathan Majors. Why? Because Jonathan Major, you know, let's just say he wanted a Coretta. He wanted a Coretta to his Martin Luther King. He's brought up Coretta's name a couple times, and I've seen people kind of clown him for it. Now, okay, the naive is because he feels like he found that in Megan Good, and a lot of people don't. Honestly, a lot of people because he's with Megan Good, and because he the prior relationship with the white woman and the leak I guess the leaked audio, I want to call it the leaked audio. He was talking about, I want you need to be talking to a white woman. You need to be my Michelle Obama, and you know, Michelle Obama and Coretta Scott King. Now he said that to a white woman. Now the naivete is just like I understood where he came from. I think he was just like I think he felt like him being this megastar that he was gonna be this next black major actor, and he felt like he was gonna be trendsetter. So I felt like he felt like I think he felt like he was going to do major things. Maybe just use acting to do major things, maybe make major changes in Jonathan Majors. That's at least what I got from the interview. I didn't watch the whole Jonathan Majors interview after such, but I got glimpses of it. So what I see is like somewhere there's excuse me. When I'm looking at it, it's just he knew that he was getting big. He was getting super big. So the fact that he was getting super big, that he had to move a certain way. Now, I'm, you know, date who you want to date. Doesn't matter to me. I always say like my first girlfriend was a white girl, but I do want to marry, and like I always say, my preference is dark skinned women. I want to marry a black woman. I want to birth black and all that other stuff. So my allegiance is to my black women. So I don't want that to ever get that misconstrued. My allegiance is to black women. I want to marry black. I want to birth black. I want to have kids black. You know, I do. I do want to say this though. It's just like I do feel like a lot of people kind of like right. I don't want to say I don't like it, but I think it's just I'm sort of confused why people just ragging on Jonathan Majors for him wanting Coretta. You telling me he want a good woman now? If it's because he's like you want that out of a white woman, okay, I can give you that because it is weird to say that, but I at the same time I understood it. You want someone that's just like I'm going to be seeing this image. You got to follow in my image. The same way, if the best thing I can give you is that scene with my the scene at Ali, and when Ali was boxing and Jada obviously playing one of Ali's wives, and she came in with this outfit, and Ali didn't like that. He's like, "You represent me when you come out there. When you come out there, you represent me." And Muhammad didn't like that. He didn't like the outfit because just like you represent me. Excuse me. Um, I feel like the same. Let me go. Let me go take a swig of water. Hold on. Okay. All right. You would think people would understand where he was coming from. Now, if you kind of like, if you if you kind of like skeptical that he said that with a white woman, I sort of understand because Coretta Scott King is such an integral part of Martin Luther King, and Coretta held Martin Luther King down, and whether you think he cheated on her, and Coretta held it down because I think even she knew that what he was doing was bigger than what the fuck was going on. So, and Jonathan Majors, like I said, yeah, you could say, man, that man is probably being actor. I think Jonathan Majors probably had something, no pun intended, major lined up to where, he was supposed to be like this leader of the new school. Like I said, he was on a rise. So, and he was, doing real good in these movies. Everybody's liking his performances. He was just in an army commercial, so I think he was probably looking at himself as like one of these potent black leaders. And if you feel like he was getting too ahead of himself, it's just like, he was heading that way. So now the fact that he dated, like I said, the fact that he dated a white woman is neither here and there. I guess now it kind of can't really say that now because that same white woman is the reason why he lost, or like he damn it. Well, he lost the Marvel deal, and and he may or may not go to jail, and he got pleaded guilty to like some shit, and everybody knew that shit was set up. So, but him dating Megan Good. Now, some people kind of look at that as a publicity stunt. I know black women are angry because it's just like, um, she shouldn't be, Megan. We know Megan Good for years. She's like, you don't need to be behind that nigga, at all. You're like, you're your own woman and all that, and blah 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 blah. It's funny because that's just Watson right there. Okay, we back at like flying. Um, because you're your own woman and all that other stuff. You don't need to help the black man, black women. This is not our fight, and all that other stuff. It was just like not knowing if they were really feeling each other, and maybe he was trying to just pursue something. Now, in that interview, I know he mentioned that Making Good was with Coretta Scott to kiss Martin Luther King. And I know O'Shea Du Jackson, shout out to O'Shea Du Jackson. He didn't like that, probably because she was in a failed marriage before, and he was like, you can't compare Megan Good to no Coretta Scott King. In which, if from a literal sense, he's right, but I do feel like it was just like he was looking for someone that not to hold him down, but to make him look good in the images, and who else but to Megan Good. Now, again, if O'Shea Du Jackson ever see this video, first of all, what's up, big fan. But also, maybe I don't know. Maybe he sees something in Making Good that we don't see. I'm not saying what O'Shea Du Jackson was saying was wrong. Actually, I think he was pretty spot on, especially since how her last marriage with Devon Franklin. But he have a point because if that's the case, she could have been the Coretta Scott King to Devon Franklin when he was here. But like I said, I don't know why they fucking divorced and all that other stuff. It's not really clear. But at the same time, I do feel like O'Shea has a point about that. Yeah, she could have been that for Devon Franklin. I don't see the problem with Jonathan Majors looking for Coretta Scott. I really don't. It shows you what type of woman he kind of inspires to and look for, and this is just why and that's part of me. It's just like, yo, why are we clowning this brother? It's because of who he's with, or what he's looking for. Because it's just like, oh, you shouldn't have found that in a white woman. In which, in hindsight, yeah, you're right. Because like I said, she's the Only in America where you as a black man can do all the right things that you're supposed to do and what they tell you to do, and you get in trouble for it, while the white woman is over there acting belligerent and you know chasing you down while you're running and all that stuff. Only in America. So yeah, all that all that looks bad. Now, maybe this probably is a now. Here's where my naivete, because I would say this: I'm not trying to sip for no making good. Making good don't know me, but here's why I am being naive. I've like, yo, let's see where this relationship goes. Maybe they really do feel in each other. Maybe she could be the Coretta Scott, and that's just my naive. Again, that's my me being naive, but also being optimistic and hoping that maybe this relationship will work. And I know that black love, as far as black love goes, we shouldn't be following celebrities, even though there were some celebrities that a lot of people kind of looked at as black love, like Will and Jada at one point and Papoose and Rabbit Mark. Let's not go down that rabbit hole. But Jonathan Majors, maybe he's probably, like I said, he probably saw something making good that she just had all the aspects of a Coretta Scott King. Now I know it's like I see people making jokes about it. It's just like maybe he's cosplaying as Martin Luther King in a bedroom, man. Make her make her wear these type of Coretta Scott and all that other stuff. And I've heard the jokes, but I can't knock all at the same time. I can't knock the brother because at least the what he wants in a woman is a respectable woman that's going to hold him down. And Lord knows she's been holding that boy down. I mean, like I said, he's not in no real big trouble. If he has to do a year in jail, that's kind of fucked up. But like I said, anybody that watched that trial knew that trial was kind of fucked up to begin with. So that's all really I got to say about that. I think the bottom line is, yo, let's see where this goes. Maybe she is the Coretta, but we need to see where Jonathan Major's career goes after all this hit, because this took a major toll on it. But I think a lot of people could look at this and go, yeah, but the way he was kind of convicted was fucked up. And that's what I'm hoping off of. It's like people looked at it, yo, you see how he got convicted? That was kind of fucked up. But America loves the white woman's tears. And yeah, that's the bottom line. I don't have much to say, but this was just on my mind. So let me know what you guys think. Till then, my name is Oskito Fly, and I'm